Hi friends! Happy Friday! How's everybody doing today? Who's on with me? Who's excited for the weekend? I am! It's so funny how we're programmed to that 5-day work week, right? And so Friday comes along, and even for me, I'm not going to, like, my work week is 7 days a week, but I still get excited for Fridays. So who is there? Hey Amy, how are you? I can't believe how manly your son is getting. It just reminds me how Audric is going to be there any second now. I swear, we're starting to hit that puberty stage, and woo-wee. Girl, I hope that this time goes, well, I don't want to have it go by fast, but I need some kind of advice for sure. But anyways, happy Friday. I hope you guys have great plans for the weekend. I just wanted to pop on and let's see, today is day, I think 11 of my 14-day challenge. So thank you guys who have been hopping on and supporting me. And the more I do this, the easier it gets. And like I mentioned in my first live, honestly, when you take yourself out of it and focus on how you can help other people, it really makes this a lot easier. So I hope I'm bringing some value to you guys. I hope that you're getting something out of it. And so anyway, let's get started. So working moms, I have a special place in my heart because I had a 10-year career in corporate HR. And after I had my son, Audric, work, especially corporate life, got a little bit more challenging, I will definitely say. And so I definitely needed to figure out some ways to make things a little bit more, to kind of tune up my time management skills. So I don't know who might need this today, but for you working moms, hi Leah, I thought this might be helpful. So the first thing that I want to mention for time management, and I know this might sound a little bit interesting, but the first thing I want to mention is spend enough time sleeping. So when all else fails, just go to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. Hi Shar, how are you? I miss you. I miss your beautiful face. So anyways, you want to spend enough time sleeping. Sleeping is so key. And, making it a priority is going to serve you so much more than you might think. So, if you're under rested, you're going to be a lot less productive, and you're kind of going to be, I don't know if anybody can relate, but I know I've had some days where, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to get through the day, right? And so definitely a sleep schedule is key. Try to go to bed at the same time every night. And I know it's only been a week for me, but I have been practicing going to bed earlier and, skipping the TV. And I know that's really hard. I personally enjoy having a glass of wine and just kind of decompressing, watching mindless TV, but sleep is actually way more important. So this past week, it's kind of part of my New Year's resolution is to kind of give up that time and spend it sleeping instead of watching TV. So that's kind of where I came, what I've decided. So you guys, you definitely need to get your rest. The second thing, the second tip is embrace the power of no. So, especially when you're working, you guys, now I'm on the other side, so I totally feel, but you can skip PTA meetings. You don't have to go to every PTA meeting. You don't have to chaperone all the field trips. You don't have to take on additional workload. saying no is hard because we feel, especially as moms, that we should be able to do everything, right? And we feel that our kids, would obviously benefit our kids. And so we feel that that need to say yes to everything. But honestly, enforcing these limits teaches your kids setting boundaries. And that's huge because, we're all human. We all have different things going on in our life, different circumstances, different schedules, so many different things. And, honestly, it kind of goes back to as well, not caring about what other people think, So people, I know there's a lot of fun TV shows that, they have these feuds with the working moms and the PTA moms and all that. But honestly, it doesn't have to be that way. I think it goes back to having a general understanding of different people and different people's circumstances, and not judging based on what you're privileged to do or not privileged to do or whatnot. So I think that's really key, but definitely embrace the power of no. You don't have to do it all. You really don't. And honestly, teaching kids boundaries is huge, because as they get older in life, they're gonna basically, most people follow in the same footsteps. I mean, there's some instances where they're like, oh, I want to be nothing like my parents, but some things are just innate. Like it's a learned behavior, right? And if you have a mom who just always says yes to things, and she's just tired and worn out and all of the stuff, a lot of times you tend to do the same thing because you think that is the right thing to do because you love your mom so much and you respect your mom so much. But it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily the case. And you have to also remember times are constantly changing. And so something to keep in mind. So sleep, embrace the no. And number 3 is let go of perfection. This is a really tough one for me personally. But, honestly, there's no perfect anything. We live on a broken planet. This is just it's not heaven. So nothing's going to be perfect here. And I have to, like a little family fun thing, me and my mom will laugh at each other and count how many times we say, perfect, that's perfection. Because it's kind of silly because nothing's perfect, but we continue to obsess over that word. So letting go, instead of obsessively cleaning an already clean enough house, or, toiling towards intangible ideas like being the perfect mom or having the perfect figure, figure out a more practical use of your time. So that's huge because, and I struggled with the house cleaning thing. And since I started my home-based business, I've totally let that go. I have a house cleaner who comes only once a month. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, nobody's gonna clean like I clean, which is somewhat true. But I've realized that I can spend my time doing other things, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You come to my house now, I mean, I think before you might have said, Jen, I think you might have a little too much time on your hands because it's just way too clean in here. I can basically eat off the floor. So now you come and you feel, at home because it's not so, it's not so perfect, perfect. So definitely letting go of perfection, guys. That's huge. And, feeling like the perfect, especially when you're working, and I felt this way, that tug of war of, oh my gosh, I'm not there for my kid when the other moms are there for them, and this and that. But honestly, one of my mentors and bosses back in my corporate life, I remember she would say, you're, it's about how you use your time. So, if you're working full time, then when you're home, then you're home and you're 100% focused on your kid. And so that really resonated with me because at the time I was feeling just all over the place, and like I just couldn't, give my child the time that he needed. But when I realized that, it really helped me. So definitely let go of perfection. And the 4th one is have fun, you guys. We have to have fun. Life is too short. You can't just be stressed out all the time, and I get it. Life is stressful. We can all choose to focus on the hardships of life, what life has brought us, what we don't have, what we're striving for. But, at the end of the day, you have to have fun, because fun, if you're not having fun in the process, you're going to get to the end and then what? And then, there's just, so definitely take that time to figure out something that helps you, have fun. And, bottom line is, stressed out people aren't as productive as they might think. Spinning your wheels over stressing out over different things isn't going to make you more productive. It's just going to make you more unhappy. And honestly, overall, you're not going to be the best mom you could be either, or the best wife, or the best, daughter, cousin, friend, whatever. So definitely find some time to have some fun, whether it's vacations, long weekends, family fun, even if it's sitting on the couch watching a movie with your family, something that you enjoy. So that's huge. Number 5, the last one, is to let go and delegate. And again, this is another hard one for me because of my perfectionist personality. But I've learned to do it, and I can definitely say I'm a much happier person because of it. So learning to know when someone else can handle a task. And okay, I have to say, moms and wives, your husband can do it. I promise. I remember I would ask my husband to clean up something when I was working, and I would just go right behind him and do it again, like as if he didn't do a good enough job. And the thing is that goes back to the perfectionism thing. Like, you got to let that stuff go, because your husband may handle things differently than you if he's at home with your child. You have to let it go. He's not you. I struggle with that a lot too. I did, is that when my husband was home, they did different things than what I would do with Audric when I was home. And that really, really bothered me. And it just really kind of, not tore me up, that's a little bit strong, but it definitely weighed on me. And it made me feel, gosh, I wish I was there, because, it's kind of a control freak kind of thing. But then I finally realized that, Audric is a much more well-balanced person because of the things that he does with Dad versus the things that he does with Mom. And so it's a very healthy balance, and we have to be able to look at it from that perspective, because that's raising a child, especially, having two different people from two different backgrounds, two different, just two totally different people. That's kind of the beauty of it, is that you come together and your child gets, different experiences, different personalities, a lot of times different, just two different people. And so that was something I had to learn. But anyway, delegate. It's tough to, allow others to pitch in, but delegating it's not meaning that you can't, I think it's too another thing that we feel like we're defeated if we delegate something, like we can't handle it, because we want to feel like we can just do it all. And again, we can't do it all. I hate to break it to you, hate to break it to myself, but we cannot do it all. And, so you have to definitely figure out ways to delegate, whether it's at home, at work. You can get it all done if you all help each other out. So those are my 5 tips. Like I said, they were really helpful when I was working full-time, in corporate HR. And I actually do have a few more tips that I personally that actually were life-saving for me when I was in that in that stage of my life. And and especially coping with my son's diagnosis with Fragile X syndrome while I was working, was especially tough, because not only did I feel like I should be there for him with normal things that parents or moms feel that they should be, you know, able to help out or be at school or do things with their kids. But having a child with disability, that weighed even heavier on my heart, because I just felt like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm not doing enough. I'm never doing enough. And so I have 3 more things that honestly saved my life, and I would love to share them with you. If you are going through a situation where time management is just difficult, or you're feeling guilty that you're a working mom, I need to talk to you. So reach out to me, message me, go to Messenger. If you're not on Messenger, comment below, and you know, we can try to figure out a way to connect another way, but I need to share these with you. I have to. I don't want you to go through some of the things that I went through, and so I just want to share this with you. So definitely message me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.